What is going on YouTube? Crafty here, and today we're going to be talking about my new channel, Crafty Clash. I'm going to be going through some of the things that I plan on uploading in this video, not in this video, but I plan on uploading in general on the channel. So hopefully you guys will be able to get a glimpse of what it's going to look like within the next few months and hopefully years to come. And yeah, so actually let's just hop right into it. So the first thing that I plan on doing, I kind of want to bring something new to the table that I haven't seen on YouTube a whole lot. And this is something that I think is very important for the growth of a gamer and the growth really of anybody in general as they try to improve in the future. I know you guys all just heard that, but yeah, I have a pretty busy area. I live in the city, so but yeah, so I think this is very important, and it is gameplay analysis. This is something that football players do. They go and watch film. I know a lot of other sports do it as well, probably at a higher level. Basically, they take something that they've done, they go back and look at it, and then see where their mistakes are, and also what they did well. So that's something that I plan on doing with this channel. I plan on doing it with my own gameplay for now, until I get a little bit more viewers, or maybe some of you guys would like to send me some gameplay. But I plan on ultimately doing like reviewing other people's gameplay so that I can take that and help other people grow. It's not necessarily only for me. I would like to help other people grow as well. I think that's part of my mission with my channel here. Another thing that I'm going to be doing is meta-analysis, basically taking the current state of the game, the way that the game is working, decks that people are running, and trying to figure out why they work, explaining why they work, and then also trying to predict new metas. That's something that I think could be pretty interesting and pretty important to the game as well. Next, I would like to do deck analysis and deck building. This is something that you actually don't see a whole lot of. You do see a lot of YouTubers using creative decks, like Molt. I know he loves only using creative decks, which, that's why I love watching his channel. Nick at Night does it as well, a couple other people. But I want to take it further and help people take their decks, evolve it, and make it a little bit better than what they currently have. So that's something that I would like to do. And then lastly, I would like to have an opinion segment, basically where I just give my opinions. I'm a pretty opinionated person, not necessarily in a bad way, but I like to think a lot, as you guys could probably tell by the last few things that I would like to bring to the table here. And yeah, so that's probably going to be once a week or so, and the other things are going to fill up the majority of the time. Meta-analysis will probably be once every month or every 2 months, whenever an update comes out, essentially, seeing how the meta shifts and trying to predict how the meta is going to shift based on new cards and stuff like that. So today, what I'm actually going to be doing is going through a gameplay analysis of my second account. So I actually made a second account. This is my primary account, and I've kind of dropped trophies a little bit here. I was sitting in the 3,000s. You can see my highest is 3142. I'm a level 10. I've kind of messed up a little bit on this account by basically I've just leveled up all of my stuff and wasted all my gold. So I'm kind of at a weird position on this account. But nevertheless, most of my trophies that I've dropped are simply because I've been trying out new decks. You can see that I've basically made all these decks. That's Lava Loon. I don't play Lava Loon. I'm not very good with it. And then so these are just different variations. This was my main deck, except I was running E-Barbs, and I decided to stop playing E-Barbs because they feel really gimmicky and I don't like using them. So this is what I'm kind of rocking with, and this is what I was using on my secondary account as well. Holy crap, that was lightning. But yeah, so my secondary account is here, Nightcrawler, and I actually fought a level 10, or battled a level 10 as a level 7. It's kind of crazy. I am currently one game away from Arena 8, and getting ready to get those Ice Spirits. So let's go ahead and watch this gameplay, and I'm going to try to analyze what I did right and what I did wrong. So starting off, I figured I would go either with the Princess or the Knight in the back. Those are usually two pretty good cards to have walking in the back to try to bait out something from the other team. And he also sat and wasted a lot of elixir. So I'm going to drop the Princess slightly off to the right so that it doesn't get aggroed by the Baby Dragon, because Baby Dragon will do slight work to that Princess, especially one that is level 4. I'm trying to do a counter push here over on the left side. I wasn't necessarily so afraid of the Miner. I didn't really care that he took out my Princess there, because I knew I had a nice push going on the left side, and I took out half of his tower in one push, which I thought was pretty impressive considering this guy's level against me and the characters that he had going up against me, the cards, if you will, actually. So here I'm basically going to just flood this with skeletons, scar me right there. And the Skarmy is going to go ahead and take out the Knight and the Miner. If you could tell, I actually waited till the bats all died to drop the Skarmy so that the bats didn't take any out, so that they would stay alive. As you can tell, this guy I'm playing against is not the best player in the game, simply because he's playing somebody so low and still losing. So I drop off Valkyrie in the back, and I'm having the Valkyrie make her push while I'm picking up some elixir. I didn't really know what he was going to play with, but I have pretty much seen his whole team with the exception of the clone spell. Over on the right, that is a really heavy push, so I decided to just counter with a heavy push on the left and hopefully take out this this right push, but it ended up not working out. I did get the wizard down, but the baby dragon stayed alive. So the knight's making his own push on the right. I'm going to drop princess off to the back so that I can take out his minions and bats there. Took out the minions and bats. Slight work. They did not even touch the tower, which was pretty huge. So you can see here I have the elixir advantage by it's about one elixir. I dropped Valkyrie in the front. I'm actually just going to go for the 3 crown here. I got confident. I went Valkyrie into the Hog Rider, into the Goblin Barrel, and at this point he just given up. So yeah, as you could tell, my defense was strong enough to kind of tilt this guy to the point where he no longer wanted to play against me, and we ended up winning that. So what I've noticed is that if you're playing from under level, you definitely want to play as defensive as you can, because one character getting by you can take your tower out, because your tower not only does less damage, but it also is a lot weaker in terms of health. So in that, I played it perfectly, ended up winning it. Although he probably still could have pulled something out against me had he done his cards right, but he had not. So that's kind of how that goes. You gotta love winning when you are significantly lower leveled. Here's another one here that I enjoyed as well. This is on the same account, Nightcrawler. I believe I start out with the princess in the back. You can tell he's got a slightly better deck built on the other side. Actually, honestly, the last person didn't have a bad deck either. I think the biggest issue there was that he just didn't know how to play it. So I'm going to try to put some work down on this pump. I don't really like having pumps up against me. That's just kind of feels a little bit dangerous here. I set the princess in the back to hopefully try to start a push here. The princess ends up taking out the witch there, and the Inferno Dragon makes it by. I thought the Inferno Dragon was going to aggro onto good old Hog back there, but nope, unfortunately it did not. And I'm pretty much going to let it do its thing on my tower. It did quite a bit of damage, but I knew it wasn't going to be able to take it because I was confident in my tower preventing it here. So he has the huge elixir advantage on me. Drops down 3 muskies here. They are really low level, so I wasn't too afraid. And basically what I'm going to do here is I'm going to zap them out, drop Valkyrie in the middle, split them, and then Valkyrie one-shots all of them. Put slight work to the 3 muskies there, and it's going to enable me to take his tower. I don't think that was the best card for him to have on his team considering its level. It was pretty low. And I also end up taking out the mini P.E.K.K.A. So that was huge for me. I ended up getting his tower, and I shut down probably his main win condition in his deck. The only card that I'm really afraid of in his deck right now is P.E.K.K.A. And I'm also a little bit afraid of the Inferno Dragon. But I know that I can take out P.E.K.K.A. especially with the other cards that I know he has, because I know I'm able to take out what he's rocking here. The Knight does such a good job at countering characters like the Witch and Wizard and other things like that, and I knew I would be fine here. I had Skarmy, and for some reason he held on to Zap against me. He probably could have zapped, but then again, you never know if the P.E.K.K.A. was just going to re-aggro back onto the Knight instead of the tower, so maybe it was smart for him to hold on to that elixir. I am rocking 10 elixir now, so I'm going to go ahead and try to defend this right side and maybe make a push here. And I'm glad that I sent the Valkyrie over there that I did, because at first I was kind of questioning it, because I was like, I don't know if that's the right play. But it ended up doing work over here. We got the 3 muskies out of the way, while also keeping up my musketeer. And we're going to go ahead and set up a big push on the right here. We have Valkyrie, Hog Rider, and Goblin Barrel. As you could tell, Hog Rider, Goblin Barrel is my big combination here for me to be able to take out towers. And he's going to have to drop a fireball on my Skarmy to keep his P.E.K.K.A. alive. But honestly, he probably should have just let the P.E.K.K.A. die at that point and cycled back to Zap. We're going to go here for the second push on the left, hopefully taking out this tower. As you can tell, he decided to just stop playing again. when you put some work on people like that, whenever you shut down their biggest offenses with really easy counters like the Knight or other things, I basically just cycled through the entire time. When he had big pushes, they didn't matter because I was in it. I ended up playing correctly against him. So yeah, that's gameplay analysis. That's what is going to be coming in the future. That's what I plan on doing. Another thing is that I do plan on picking some games where I did lose, but those were just two that I think that I enjoyed. I thought they were pretty good gameplays, and I wanted to kind of stick with them. So hopefully you guys enjoyed them. Hopefully you enjoyed my commentary, and hopefully it's helpful. If you guys would like any of the other things that I mentioned in the beginning of the video, such as meta-analysis, deck analysis, if you want to send me your decks or your gameplays, I will analyze them for you. I'll take a little bit more time to analyze them, and probably, I will still do them in real time, but I will look at them prior to the video so that I can have a little bit more to say and give you individual feedback. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for today's video. I hope you guys liked it. Hope you guys plan on sticking around. Drop a like down below, and until next time, guys, peace out and God bless.